Now I want to break down this last section of our lit jingle because we have done it all together, but we have not talked about each of the last lines. We've gone all throughout the year and talked about a lot of these different things. But now let's focus on those last few lines that we haven't gotten to yet. So the first one here says, right after point of view, we talked about point of view. Remember when we were sharing our stories, if I am telling the story, or if you are putting the reader in the story, or if you're a narrator just telling about a story. Okay, if I'm telling it, it's first person. If you're putting the reader in it, it's second person. And remember, that almost never happens. And then what most stories are is third person, where a narrator is telling about what is taking place in the story. Okay, so the next line says, setting is when and where the story takes place. You know, we've talked a lot about setting, so this probably isn't new to you. Whenever I ask, where is the story? What time period is it taking place in? All of those questions are related to setting. So even though we just are getting to this part in our jingle, it's a concept we have been talking about all year long. So hopefully setting is easy for you to grasp. All right, the next one says, while the tone tells the attitude. All right, now, so tone is kind of the attitude, the emotion that you're gonna pick up through the story. And so this is something that you'll be looking for, and there might be different ones throughout the story, but you'll see this tone coming through. And it is the attitude of the author toward what they're telling. Maybe they're trying to get a point across, and they are angry about something that has been taking place, and they want to let the world know about how bad this is and that they can probably try to fix it. And sometimes it's just a fun story. It's that attitude might just be something funny to make you be entertained. Like I think about the story that we read about interrupting chicken. I don't know if you remember that one from class, but it's just for fun, right? And stories like that are just kind of fun stories. And some stories are just serious, and that is the tone that will be set throughout them. All right, so tone, be looking for that and thinking about that as you're reading different stories. Start to identify the tone. And that is it. Those are the last couple things that we did not get to in class time. And now that I have told you about them, you might see them pop up over these last few weeks of video classes that we have together. And just wanted to say again, miss you guys, love having you in class this year, and be sure to keep in touch and enjoy all of the learning that is still ahead in these next few weeks. Thanks, bye.